going to shift gears into Renee's guided tour of all things KNN membership. So if you've not had the pleasure of working with Renee, Renee is our Director of Member Engagement. And so she's going to share with you all the things that we have. And if we have some technical difficulties, hopefully Laura will pop up and restore her screen, and we'll try to figure it out. But the first thing I will say is know that Renee is your go-to. Emailing her is your best shot to get a quick answer around all things membership, and if she can't help you, she'll forward you to Laura or I. And if you're not yet a KNN member, or if you are and are concerned about your dues, because we're all watching our budget extremely closely right now, she is there to work with you because we don't want to turn anyone away right now. We want to do everything we can to try to help your organization both survive this scenario and then thrive on the other side. So take it away, Renee.
Okay. Well, good morning, and I'll be taking you through a tour of benefits, and then I'll also show you how to use KNN's Member Information Center. And like Danielle was talking earlier, advocacy efforts are a lot of what we do here at KNN behind the scenes. And so it's exciting for me to be able to share with everyone the tangible benefits that you can kind of click and see immediately. Sometimes here at KNN, until there's a crisis, that's when we hear everyone. And I would love to hear from you all during the good times, because we're here working for you during the good times as well. So I'm going to take you through a tour of the benefits, and it's on the KNN webpage. You just kynonprofits.org to discounts, and we'll do a quick tour through here, and you can always go back and revisit. If you are an organization that offers background checks, we have a discount partner, COES Global, and you can get customized portals for your background checks. And a lot of the discounts I'm going to share with you here, you're going to need to log into the Member Information Center to access the special discount codes, but we will go through that. So members of KNN get exclusive discounts. You can save between 40 and 60% if you decide to go with COES Global. Of course, we have our Career Center, and this is actually getting a lot of activity right now. We have a special job board where all KNN members can get free job postings for 45 days. These postings normally cost $125. And what happens is these postings can be seen right here on our Career Center. And once you create a login to post these postings, it's very simple, and you can get resumes sent to you. It's just a really great feature, and it's an often used benefit for KNN members. Anything that you see here, if you're unsure how to use or you don't have a login, just get in touch with me, or your staff member can get in touch with me, and I'd be happy to help.
Renee, the only thing I'd add there is if you happen to be searching for a job, you can set up a search for yourself and get alerts when new things are posted. So that's a really great benefit. You don't have to be a KNN member to utilize that. And the other thing that is an option is an upgrade to help your organization select diverse candidates. So there are a couple of different upgrade options when you're posting that we often have discounts on. And so, you know, knowing that we're all really paying attention to racial equity right now and really trying to focus efforts on building the diversity of the sector, that's a really great option.
There's always a lot more going on with these benefits. Thanks for talking about that. We have a new benefit from Dean Dorton, and this is a cybersecurity scorecard assessment. And what happens with this is basically your organization will get scored A, B, C, D, or F, and they'll go through what they've found with your organization related to internet security. And they'll actually create a plan for you. So let's say you have several things your organization needs to do to become safer for your volunteer information, your donor information. What they will do is they'll help forecast for you. Maybe you can do one aspect and not another, so you can plan. KNN members get a 10% discount, and they'll just check in with you about your membership, and you can learn more about this benefit by clicking on the hyperlinks here. So that's a really neat new feature. We're very excited about being able to offer that. Another new benefit that we've just came on board actually last week is from Decide Diversity. If you've ever been to our forum, Demetria Miles McDonald has several trainings available for diversity, equity, and inclusion. KNN members get a really fantastic discount for her new Decide Diversity Training Academy. If you go into the member area here, you can watch a video, and basically what happens is KNN members get a discount. It's about $20 off. It's a very good savings, and you'll log into the Member Information Center to be able to access the savings. But there's trainings, there's participating in book clubs, there's just quite a bit here. And we have bi-weekly calls with Demetria, so if you're interested in seeing how Demetria trains or just learning more about what she does, we have calls where you can participate in those twice a month, and you can register for those on our event page. More information about our employee program here. This is where you can come, and you can also fill out the form if you want to have some more information on those employee benefits that we just learned about. KNN members receive deep discounts on event registrations, and all of those discount codes are in the Member Information Center, and we'll tour that later so you can see where to access those. But there's just several training providers that we work with, and we post those events in our event calendar, and you'll be able to access those trainings at a discounted rate. And it's great to be able to offer these discounts where you can help your staff get the professional development training that they're interested in. As far as fundraising, we have several partners you can reach out to, learning about charitable solicitation, registration. This is always something that comes up for KY Gives Day. It's very important to be compliant with your fundraising efforts. You can learn more about affinity fundraising and Harbor Compliance. Harbor Compliance offers a very good discount if you're looking for just a roadmap to get you ready to be in compliant for raising funds. And if you're unaware that you need to have this registration, please click on these links or email me. I will connect you with the Attorney General's office to help you learn more about that. If you haven't already participated in Kentucky Gives Day, we really recommend you do that. We're already getting ramped up for 2021. I can't believe that. But Kentucky Gives Day is an online tool that you can use to raise funds for your organization. It's really a one-stop shop. If you're interested in being able to attract new donors or just get more information out, doing a collective fundraising event with KNN like Kentucky Gives Day really does help your organization gain some much needed visibility. And also there is a great sense of team spirit, and we offer prizes every year. You can go to kygives.org to learn more. And if you can see here, we raised quite a bit of money this year with over 223 organizations participating. This is a free KNN member benefit, and we really hope that you'll take advantage of this next year if you didn't this year. Okay, let's see. I've lost my page. I was doing so well, and now you have to see me click on all of these links. So much for being cool and not sweating a beat here. Okay, so I've added here several of our planning guides. If you have nonprofit employees that are always talking to you about, I want to learn more, I want to learn more, or as an executive director, if you're just wishing your staff would have a better understanding of the very stressful role that you have, and you want to help your employees understand the nonprofit sector more. I know for me, coming into the nonprofit sector for the first time at KNN, I had a lot to learn, and these planning guides are very helpful. Our principles and practices for nonprofit excellence was just updated this year. This guide is available to members and non-members. Members do get access to a special workbook, but you can go through this guide with your staff, with your board members, and it's I know it was a labor of love for Danielle and our partners to work on, and our associate director this year both worked on that to update it for you. I'd highly encourage you to just come here, download it, review the materials, and also review that special members only workbook. This planning guide is what you'll want to be using if you decide to become a best practices partner with KNN. Our new 2 planning guides that we have launched this past month, we have a planning guide, which Danielle already mentioned earlier on, and we have a Survive and Thrive toolkit. Both of these guides are available for you to download. They're available to members and non-members, but the Survive and Thrive toolkit is going to have a feature that's free for members, and there's a cost for the video for non-members. But if you're looking for a tool that will help you negotiate the financial implications of what you're forecasting for 2020 and as you head into 2021, I'd really encourage you to look at this Survive and Thrive toolkit. Again, if you're trying to communicate with your staff about what's going on with your nonprofit organization and planning, I think this is a great tool to use in order to have that conversation. There's always a lot of options for printing and mailing. KNN has a partner, 859 Print. They're fantastic. They work really hard for you. And KNN members receive a 15% discount on the first order and 5% on additional orders. They do more than just printing. If you're looking for those pull-up signs or little tchotchkes that you give out, they're a great resource, and I'd highly recommend that you reach out to them. Am I talking too fast? I think my New Jersey, California is coming in. Am I doing all right? Okay, because I've tried to slow down a bit in moving to Kentucky, and I enjoy it. Clint, you were very calming. I enjoyed having you talk before me, but I can tell I'm like da-da-da-da. Okay, our resource page that Danielle also mentioned, we have a COVID-19 resource page. You can access that, from our main website, but also here. This is one of my favorite resources, our More Than Charity sector data. I think that a lot of times, I'm a small business owner myself, and a lot of times I think being able to formulate your passion with numbers and in ways that bankers will understand and in ways that legislators will understand is important. I would really recommend that you look into our More Than Charity data. It's been updated. You can download important resources. If you dig deeper into this information, you can go by workforce. I think this information is going to be crucial if you haven't looked at it yet. And although it's not technically a member benefit, it is a benefit because it's another thing that KNN does behind the scenes that you can't necessarily put it in your pocket, but there's a lot that goes into membership here with KNN, and a lot of it just, it doesn't get seen. So I want you to be able to click on this membership discount partners and find it. So clicking right along, sorry if I'm making you sick as I'm scrolling here. We've already talked about these registrations. Okay, risk management. What's pretty neat about this feature is we actually have an affiliate membership with the nonprofit risk management system. So what happens with this, hopefully this will work if I bring this over. With your affiliate membership, you actually get to log in. You create a login and you have access to all of these resources here with the Nonprofit Risk Management Center. So the discount code to access that is going to be also in the Member Information Center, but it's just another great benefit that staff on your organization might need access to and might help them do their jobs. Or again, as leaders of your organization, it might help your staff better understand what you're going through if they have the tools to learn more about what you do. First nonprofit companies, they offer unemployment insurance. KNN partners save thousands of dollars looking into this. So if you currently have an unemployment insurance plan or you're trying to rethink about what you do now, I know Danielle understands this more with the legalities of Do you want to talk about this, Danielle? Because you probably...
Sure, I can. Yeah. So for most organizations, once you hit 4 or more employees for 20 or more weeks, doesn't matter if they're part-time or full-time, then you are required to pay unemployment claims. Otherwise, you do not have to. So nonprofits have the benefit of self-insuring. So if you have an endowment fund or reserve fund and you have an unemployment claim and you receive an invoice from the state, you can take it out of your bank account and pay it. Most of us aren't sitting on piles of cash. So you can outsource that and partner with our partner First Nonprofit Group. And the beauty of it is savings. Oftentimes, especially for organizations with 10 or more employees or budgets of $1 million or more, it saves you. Even if the savings is flat and there's not any significant savings, there are some really great benefits of being with First Nonprofit Group. And I know Cindy Burton with Matthew 25 is on the call. You get really wonderful hand-holding when you have a claim. When you're working directly with the state, there's no hand-holding there. There's no guidance. You get your invoice, you pay it, and you move on. So to be able to have that support with someone who is an expert in unemployment insurance is incredibly valuable. Now, and this is, when we talked about the policy issue up front, this is what we're fighting for. It's a really great benefit for nonprofits because you're allowed to save money and invest that into your mission rather than paying the normal rates that most for-profits and some nonprofits pay for. So again, we urge you, if you get into this boat or if you're paying into the state system now, to check it out. Typically, you need to have worked with them and done this in October because the state has an annual deadline of when you can opt out of the state system if you're already paying there. But they can walk you step by step through that.
Thanks, Danielle. That was a good perspective to add. And when you log into the Member Information Center, there will be a form there that you can fill out, and someone will contact you regarding this. And we're coming up on the end of these benefits here. Zoom conferencing, we're very excited about this discount. KNN members, you're gonna receive 20% discount off of using Zoom. And if you already have Zoom, I've been told that this discount can be applied after the fact. So you just reach out to their customer service and give them the KNN discount code, which you can get when you log in to the Member Information Center, and I'll show you where that is in just a second. We have two other great opportunities to utilize what we do here at KNN. We have a virtual volunteer management series. You can download webinars with this series. And these right here are actually free for members and non-members. And then we have a volunteer management initiative. And if members and non-members can access these, members get a discount. And we're very excited about this product. We also have recently had some convenings with the calls and working on fundraising and working on volunteer management. So these are two very active programs that we're utilizing now. So what I'm going to do is jump into the Member Information Center. Is there any questions, or do I need to revamp anything, Danielle, that I've said, or I'm okay?
I think so if anybody has any questions about any of the benefits. Now, one question we did get, Renee, is you didn't mention salsa dancing lessons, which I think you talked about last week.
I will happily give you salsa dancing lessons. I will put a discount button on here. I will help you for your weddings, or we could do KNN discounts for Bauer Dance team building if you need. You just reach out to me. I'm happy to do whatever you need. I'm highly skilled with that. I also can do baton twirling if you need someone for an upcoming 4th of July parade, which I'm totally serious about that because I never get to use that skill. Fire batons and all, folks, let me tell you.
All right, so I think we're good. No questions that I see.
Okay, great. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on the Member Information Center, and I'm gonna give you a tour to the best of my ability. So what happens is on this page here, you can see a member login. Now, what's important that you know is that all of your staff and your board members are included in this membership for KNN. And I feel like I say that all the time, And please encourage your staff to use the login, get the emails. I'm telling you, the more informed your staff is, I think the easier your life is going to be. They will understand the nonprofit sector better. So if you don't have a login, you can create an account with this button, or you can just email me. I'm happy to help you. What will happen is you'll sign in to the Member Information Center, and it looks like this, and I'm going to move my pictures here. Basically, we have upcoming events. So if you can register for events in here, you can see I'm registered for the upcoming fundraising webinar that Laura's hosting today at 2 o'clock. Okay, it's really easy. I can register for next week's town hall meeting. You just click on here, scroll down, and I'm already logged in. So it makes registering very easy. If you have an account balance, hey, we didn't pay our membership dues, Danielle. Oh no. So here we go. We have our account balance, and you can just click on this, go into billing, and you can pay with a credit card, or you can pay, I'm sorry if I'm clicking too fast here, pay the credit card, pay with an ACH check. You can print out an invoice. So it's really easy. Basically what happens with this Member Information Center is along the left side, there are several areas where you can click on information. I'm do a quick tour. If you want to update your information, or you want to add a staff member to your account, you can go in here to related contacts. And you're going to see a bunch of things here that are KNN specific. So what will happen is you'll add someone's first and last name and their title and their email address. What you then have to do is you have to go back into that account that you added, and see down here it says send login information. If you click that and you hit done, your staff members will be able to have an account and access the Member Information Center. So someone on your staff could manage all of this. You can, again, you have billing here. If you happen to have 2 organizations, memberships, that's all in here. So this is very easy to update. Your directory listing, as it shows on the KNN membership directory, this is where you're gonna update this. A lot of times with members, I'll just put your logo on there if I have free time and there's no COVID-19 related stuff back in those days. These days, I don't have time to do that, but you want to put your contact information, your social networking information, a description of what you do. You can add logos, you can add videos. There's a lot of information that can be added here. And what happens is once you save it, you can take a look at what your listing looks on the KNN membership directory. So when maybe nonprofit or donors are coming to look to see if you're a member, you can really use this feature to show off what you do. And it's in our membership directory. So obviously KNN is located under nonprofit. So there I am, and voila. So that's how you update your membership directory.
Renee, I can't stress enough, we have so many nonprofits who are looking for other nonprofits, donors who want to connect with certain organizations. And on that member directory, you can search by zip code, type of organization. So we really urge you to take advantage of this opportunity to highlight your organization with photos, videos, etc. And Renee can, if you're struggling to figure out how to do that, she is here to help you do it.
Yeah, it's a really helpful tool, and we do have a lot of members that have gone in here and they put their logo and their contact information. So I really encourage you. I get a lot of questions from folks, and I refer them to our member directory. So I would encourage you, get someone on your staff to go in there and update it. It's very simple to do. This subscriptions button will kind of outline the email lists you're on. That has a lot because you're looking at my internal account, so it's a little messy. This is a great feature. As a KNN member, you can add an event to our internal calendar. And it's very simple. You click the Add Event button. You type in the information about the event. once you save it and you click done, what'll happen is your event information will come to me and I'll approve it, or I'll look it over and say, hey, you need to add something. But basically it'll be here on the event calendar. So it's a great networking tool, and it's a great way to share your events with others. And then obviously you can look and you can see events coming up and you can register for them. Another great feature we have in the Member Information Center is our discussion hub. It's very simple to use. There's topics along the side. You can also just click on the hyperlink. So if I wanted to talk about volunteering, I already went in here and did a little quirky test. So once you've posted in here, you can reply, you can delete, you can like posts. But this is just a great tool if you have some questions. We also can create special closed groups. We have census groups. So we use this as a tool to really reach out to members where you can ask questions and just basically learn a lot. Inside here, these are just the internal versions of our membership directory. And it's the same thing that you were viewing on the website. It's just an internal version of it. I want to point out to you, we do have our best practices partnership registry. These 4 organizations are current with their best practices partnership. And if that's something that you're interested in pursuing, what you can do is I'm going to scroll down here really quick, which here it is. And you can learn more about what you need to do to become a best practices partner. It corresponds with our principles and practices guide, and it's just another great tool if you're looking to realign what you're doing or get your team focused and on board with your mission. So it's a tool that you could use to engage with your board members. Maybe it's a time now where you're reassessing things and reshifting things between the principles and practices and then becoming a best practices partner. This is just a great tool to continue to move along your nonprofit organization and make it stand out. Some of the other things that we have in here are, like I said, the membership codes. All of those discounts that I shared with you today are hidden inside of the Member Information Center. And if you click on any one of these that has a code, the code will be revealed to you. So like in this one, there is no code, but basically if you're looking for a code to receive that discount and apply it at checkout for Career Center or any other feature, then this is where you're gonna want to find that. Let's see here. I feel like I didn't talk about the QuickBooks Made Easy. I feel like I missed that. I'm gonna click on here. So we have a QuickBooks Made Easy training, and inside here you get a discount code. They have great opportunities for you to learn the online modules and for QuickBooks, and they have discounts for 1 and 2 people. Our document downloads for everything that we work on behind the scenes here is available to you here for members. If you're already logged in, you're going to get that membership discount, or you're just going to get it for free. Our webinar recordings are included here. And then again, the principles and practices, the best practices partnership, everything that you need here just to get a quick link. Finally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where you can post your job as an employer for the Career Center. It just takes you right in from the Member Information Center. And again, you'll still need to put in that code at checkout. So that's the tour of the MIC. If you are a member, you're going to want to make sure that your staff, we have the correct contact information. We need their first and last name and their email address in order to make sure they're on your membership account, and that will let them access everything here. And then finally, we have our nonprofit resources section, and these resources, there's communications, financial management. These resources are updated regularly. Our associate director just updated these maybe several months ago. And basically you can click on a link. You'll either be directed to a hyperlink taking you outside the Member Information Center, or you'll have a template that you can download. You just want to look at the bottom of your screen. It should download. And a lot of these resources are just, again, great ways to help you run your organization without having to reinvent the wheel. And Laura has said, if you look over these resources and if you think something's missing, or you'd really like something added, or you can't find something, you want to reach out to Laura, our Associate Director, and she can help you.
And Renee, I would point out that this is organized, the resources are organized to support the Principles and Practices program. So what we want to avoid is that you're using the guide or the workbook, and there goes my husband mowing, that you want to use the guide and the workbook and you see a policy and you're like, I don't have that, or I think ours is 20 years old. That's exactly what this resource is for. We don't want you reinventing the wheel if we can help you avoid it. So again, as I think almost everything, if not everything, in the guide and workbook has an example here in the resources section. And again, if you don't see what you're looking for, Laura's there to help you locate it to the best that we can. And a lot of times we can point you to the Nonprofit Risk Management Center, which you have access to, which has lots of great policies. So again, don't be that Principles and Practices guide and workbook can seem daunting, but this is there to help make that easier.
Does anybody, if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer them, or if you want to email me. If you're not yet a member of KNN, I really encourage you to join. There's just a lot of resources. There's a lot of behind the scenes work. I had no idea how much behind the scenes, actually, I had no idea how much behind the scenes work there was until crisis after crisis happened, first with taxes a couple of years ago. So I don't think I've ever worked at a place before where I became noticed for my efforts in crisis. And I'm not even like a doctor or anything like that. So KNN really is here to do the behind the scenes work that makes it possible for nonprofit organizations to run ethically and efficiently. And we fight for you because you're fighting already for your mission. So when you're a member, you're really, those dues are going to a lot of the behind the scene efforts so that you can just focus on what you're doing. All of these things I shared with you today, they're very important and they're discount goodies. But if you're looking for someone to, be your fighters in the corner, that's Danielle. And I'm the twirler dancer cheering for you. And Laura's curating the resources. But anyways, that's my plug for membership benefits and discounts. And if you are a member, thank you so much. We think you're a part of a very cool group of individuals. And if you're not a member, give me a call and I'll talk you through the process because we want you to join today. Thank you.
Thanks, Renee.